Welcome to day 2 of Becoming Extraordinary. Yesterday, we spoke about the 4 levels of consciousness and where you stand within these 4 levels. And yesterday, we also covered the nuances of level 1 and level 2. Today, we're going to go into level 3 and level 4. And in particular, I want to focus on the difference between being at level 2 and being at level 3. As I explain these differences, honestly, ask yourself where you stand. A lot of people who are at level 2 are operating with the power of their mind. They understand that their mind can shape reality around them. They have focused, directed thoughts. They may have vision boards. They may practice creative visualization. But at level 3, a different nuance comes into play. I was once speaking to the great writer Joe Vitale, and he explained it this way. He said, intention, which is what you try to do at level 2, intent, right? You try to intent what you want. Joe Vitale told me, intention is for wimps. He said, the real art is when inspiration leads to intention. What Joe Vitale was talking about is level 3. At level 3, you're tapped into your inner core. You begin to understand that yes, the world around you is real, but there's also a realness to the world inside you. You have a soul, you have a spirit, and this soul and spirit has a path for you. And that path is unveiled to you through inspiration. And when your inspiration leads to your intention, that is when life becomes more effortless. So remember my story. I was at level 2, and I decided to follow the advice of my grandfather and go into computer engineering, ending up working for Bill Gates, only to realize how miserable I was. I was applying my mind to give myself an edge in life, but I wasn't listening to my inner core. That's level 2. But when I woke up to this fact, I moved to level 3. I started following the intuitive guidances. I shared with you how I quit my job as a director of sales to become a meditation teacher. It was against the norm. I went from a high-paying Silicon Valley VP to a meditation instructor, barely struggling to make it. But that was my shift to level 3. I was listening to this inner calling telling me I needed to change paths. In short, inspiration was leading to my intention. So you see, what often happens to us is we set goals based on the voices of the culturescape, based on what we think we want. The real trick is to set goals based on what flows through us from this inner knowing. This is level 3. Now you begin to go to level 3 when you incorporate a meditation practice in your life, when you start learning to listen to the voice within, when you bring in transcendent practices. We will start going into all of these as this program progresses. So then, what is level 4? Well, level 4 is an edge above level 3. Level 4 is when you're listening to your inspiration, you are setting your intention based on your inspiration, but you're deliberately focused on fixing and improving the world. You're no longer crazy about creating a business just because you're going to get rich or just because you're going to get fame. You seek to do something that can improve the state of being for as many people and life as a whole as possible. That's playing at level 4. Level 4 is a whole other game. Just a few days ago, I got to have dinner with a group of volunteers for a Buddhist society in Malaysia called Suu Chi. Now, this society, what they do is fascinating. They elevate people to level 4, but many people in the West may have never heard of them. So, the society started with a single female monk who one day in Taiwan was walking out of a hospital and noticed a bowl of blood on the ground. So she said, whose blood is that? And the hospital guards told her that a homeless man had come for treatment. He didn't have enough money, so he was turned away. That bowl was the blood that had been dripping from him because of his injuries. This touched this monk deeply. And she decided that she needed to do something about it. She needed to ease the suffering of other people. It was one of the core components of Buddhism. So this monk decided to assemble other women and make an oath. These women were housewives. They decided to go forth into their community in Taiwan and do everything they could to ease the suffering of the homeless or people who were in pain. And something fascinating happened. Today, the Tzu Chi organization has 11 million people around the world, primarily in Asia, donating money that goes to the organization and is used to ease suffering around the world. Now, these 11 million donors are so massive that here in Malaysia, where I'm filming this, 1.7 million people in Malaysia, which is a population of about 30 million, donate every month to Tzu Chi. And 20,000 people volunteer. I was there having dinner with a lady who worked for IBM. But on the weekends, she dons her Tzu Chi outfit and she goes out to help communities that need help. So I was fascinated by what was going on. And I realized that these were people operating firmly at level 4. They had listened to that inner voice. That inner voice was driving their intention, but they were going way beyond. They were using the power of their intention to fix the world. And they seemed to be blessed by this immense luck. The Tzu Chi organization went on to start a string of hospitals all around Asia. And guess what? Today, the number one highest ranked hospital in Asia is the Tzu Chi hospital, where people who are homeless, who are poor can go and get treatments even if they can't afford to pay. It is also the 13th highest ranked hospital globally. But here's the crazy thing. No one in the organization gets paid. Everyone covers their own fees and expenses. Even the CEO of Tzu Chi here in Malaysia pays his own salary. No one is being paid. Yet these people are able to provide such an incredible service to the world. And as I sat at dinner, and here's a picture of me with the various Tzu Chi members, one of whom is a billionaire who runs Top Glove, which makes 25% of the world's gloves. I asked this lady from IBM, why do you do this? And her response was this: who do you think needs Tzu Chi more? Does Tzu Chi need me more, or do I need Tzu Chi more? She said, I need Tzu Chi more. I give my time, I volunteer, I put in my money. But what I find is that there's a fulfillment and a satisfaction about that nothing else in life can provide. And that's essentially what happens at level 4. You find that your life is not about you. Rather, your life, in the words of Neil Donald Walsh, is about the lives of everyone else you touch. And as you're applying this inner core, as you're applying intention to fix the world, a magic moves you and you feel that your life is blessed. When you're at level 4 and when you move there, and please, you don't have to be in a hurry to get there. But when you get to level 4, 4 things start happening to you. The first thing is you feel a deep sense of connectedness with all life. You start to truly give a damn, not just about the people in your backyard, but the people all around the world. Tzu Chi volunteers, for example, they travel to Pakistan to help people there after an earthquake. These people were of a different race, of a different religion. They spoke a different language. Yet these Tzu Chi volunteers went to Pakistan on their own dime to help these other people. Deep sense of connectedness. The second thing is you're tapped into your intuition. You have that inner knowing, that inner voice guiding you. Third, inspiration drives your intention. That inner voice helps you decide what goals you want in life. Your goals are not derived from the voices outside, but the voice within. And number 4, magic happens. Luck is on your side. It seems that a benevolent universe has you in its embrace and life unfolds magically for you. That is the nuance of level 4. So depending on where you are, if you're at level 2, this program is going to get you to level 3. And for some of you who may be at level 3, this program may be the tipping point to get you to level 4. We'll see. But either way, the point of this program is to elevate you up these scales of human consciousness. So I want you now to open your journal. I want you to think about the 4 qualities of level 4. Okay? Now, you may not have to be at level 4. And remember, you move up and down these levels. You may have months where you're operating at level 4 and months where you may dip a little. But Every time you experience one of these levels, it creates a memory, it creates a remembrance, and it's easier to get there. Now, level 4 means the consistent application of these 4 qualities. And let me repeat them for you again. I want you to pick any of these 4 or all of these 4 and write down the moment in your life. I want you to recollect and write down the moment in your life that you feel best put you at these heightened states. The 4 qualities are a sense of connectedness. You really felt that you had a compassion for all life around you. Second, you were tapped into your intuition. That inner voice was really guiding you. Third, inspiration was driving your intention. You were setting goals that were coming from your heart. You didn't give a damn about what the status quo thought. And fourth, you felt that there was a magic, that there was luck guiding you. What was your elevated moment of existence? What was this memory for you? Write it down in your journal. The great mind philosopher Jose Silva found that when we selectively remember these moments, we increase the probability of these moments happening. I want you to write down one of these moments from the past. Now here's your homework for today. First, don't forget, I want you to segment intend how you want today or tomorrow to unfold for you. Use the same segment intending protocol from yesterday. You do not need my voice guiding you. In fact, don't even try to find my voice recording of that. You can do this in your own mind easily. Simply make a statement of how you want your day to unfold. Wouldn't it be nice if? Wouldn't it be nice if? Wouldn't it be nice if? And go through your day starting at 7 a.m. or whenever you wake up all the way till you go to sleep. Don't forget to add an intention that you're going to have peaceful, restful, beautiful sleep. So those are your 2 exercises for today. Write down and recollect a moment where your life was purely magical, as close as possible to level 4, and segment intend tomorrow. Now, when you're done, if you feel comfortable doing it, get on the tribe and read other people's recollection of their most heightened state of being. And by sharing yours, you will inspire others. And by reading others, you will be inspired yourself. I'll see you tomorrow.